Hey y'all, what's up? This is I'm here on a YouTube video today. Today's video is going to be about 2 police officers shot in Savannah, Georgia. This is about a day old. Now they were trying to stop him on a robbery. It says somebody had been robbed outside a barber shop. One officer did get killed. He is 50-year-old Kevin Anzer. He was a sergeant. He previously served in the U.S. Army for 21 years. The other officer that was shot was Officer Douglas Thomas. He was 40. A suspect that was shot was 49-year-old Edward Fuller. All three were transported to the same hospital. The police sergeant and the suspect were pronounced dead at the hospital. The other officer has since been released from the hospital. He got into a vehicle, tried to flee. Before he fled, he shot both of these officers. He was seen getting out of a shed. When he got out of the shed, he pointed his gun at other officers, tried to shoot them. Another officer shot him. Now, people always want to talk about what police don't do, okay? If it wasn't for the police, we'd have robberies going on everywhere. We have shootings every day, which we already do. But, who are the ones that go out there and stop these shootings? Okay? It's not us. We call the police, other people take it into their own hands, whatever the case is. An example, okay? Just to put this into perspective, okay? I saw something on Facebook around where I live, okay? Somebody had called 911, okay? They get to the dispatch center, okay? Said someone was peeping into the house, okay? With a shotgun, okay? So, dispatch, whether they send it to the officers or not, who knows, okay? Okay, then they call back. So the guy's in my house, okay? Well, he gets him out of the house, and then he comes back and says, well, you get into a vehicle, but he just shot at my house. He shot 3 shotgun rounds at my house, okay? So the guy goes on to say, 6 hours later, one officer shows up. And, I can understand that. I would be mad too. This guy just shot, 3 shotgun rounds at my house, was in my house, and one officer comes up 5-6 hours later, okay. So the officer tells him, that, there's only 3 officers working in that area, and they were all working accidents, and whether that's true or not, okay. Where I live, the police agency that he's talking about covers, hundreds of miles probably. They cover a big part of the area. They go into different jurisdictions usually and help with calls. So they can't be everywhere in one spot. And they're going to be in areas where there's higher crime targets. There's going to be, traffic units where there's more wrecks, stuff like that. Okay, and like I said, people always want to blame the police officers, okay? But think about this, when you call dispatch, and I've been in situations where it's like this, it's not always the officer's fault. It's dispatch fault sometimes too, because they always want to ask you questions, and that's fine, but, they're usually not going to dispatch till they get off the phone with you, okay? And I've been in a situation where I've been on the phone with them 6-10 minutes, and then the officer shows up, because, they told me, okay, well, we got an officer on the way now. So, when I called you about the situation, why didn't you dispatch them then? I already told you my address and my location. So why are they just now being dispatched after we get off the phone? Just saying, it don't make no sense. And another thing, there was a video I watched yesterday of a man that was stabbing a woman, and the cop got shot, and then the cop shot him. Okay. And, people always want to talk about my police flag. Okay. People always talk about, we've had veterans die for this, for the USA flag and stuff like that. Okay, that's true. A lot of Army veterans that do not retire go into law enforcement. I would say probably 45-50% of them go into law enforcement, okay? And the ones that don't go into law enforcement, okay, they, support law enforcement. A lot of veterans, Marines, stuff like that have said, they don't have a problem with the flag. Chris Kyle was a big one. He came out saying he don't have a problem with the flag. Okay, so and firefighters have a flag too. People never talk about that. So that just goes to show that they just have a grudge against the police, and that's all it is. But with that being said, definitely prayers out to all of these officers. They will always have my respect. As far as the bad one goes, I will continue to call them out. As simple as that. As far as the good ones, they will continue to have my respect, and if people don't like that, then that's just how it is. You don't like it, but I'm gonna continue to support the police, call out the bad ones, and commend the good ones. But with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If y'all agree with me, disagree with why, and thank y'all for watching.